Hello. Hi. Sorry, I had to give us a little intro music. I think it's always better to just start with a little bit of jam. And I can never tell if anyone can hear my music or not. But I hope you guys are so excited about this. I'm so pumped. I'm currently letting the TV babysit my children because my husband's still not home. So if you hear toddlers running in, I apologize in advance. Sorry I look ratchet. 17 weeks pregnant. It's been a crazy day. But welcome. We are so excited to have you guys. We are so excited to share our stories, to talk a little bit about how we came to be in this business and how we all do it so differently. I think that's something that's not talked about a whole lot. You capture this girl boss movement and this entrepreneurial lifestyle and this freedom and all this stuff, but you don't ever get to hear a whole lot of like how it's different for so many people and how we put this into practice with our professional lives, with our personal lives, and how we fit it into our everyday life. It becomes something that's so ingrained in us. We just do it. You know, once you get started, it's one of those things, like you just do it. So I'm excited. Our speakers tonight are going to be Danielle, Heather, Kate, and Mary. I'm going to pop on towards the end to talk a little bit about the promotions that are going on right now, but these ladies are going to take it away. We're going to start with Heather, who is a professional psychotherapist. Did I say that right? Yes, okay. So she's going to talk a little bit about how she integrates this with her professional life, and how she has really made the transition. She came from another network marketing company, and why she chose to leave, how she combines this into her everyday life. So go ahead and take it away, Heather.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm actually tuning in from my office. I literally live here from Tuesday to Thursday. So thank you so much, Katie, for the introduction. So I am from Canada, and I am a registered psychotherapist. So I provide psychological and counseling services to clients. And I do a lot of work with women and with men, helping them with various issues that are coming up. But a lot of common themes for people are where they're lacking in self-care. And so self-care is something that I talk with almost all clients about, because that's the number one thing that people tend to let go of when they're super busy with their lives and taking care of kids and other circumstances that are coming up with their jobs or family or people who are sick and all this kind of thing. And then their own self-care goes out the window. So they show up to come and see me and they feel terrible. They're not sleeping. They are possibly feeling like they've, gained a lot of weight because they're not eating well. They feel exhausted. They have low energy, and they haven't done anything to take care of themselves because they've been so wrapped up in the stress of their lives. And so that's the number one thing that I get people to start doing, is I ask them about their self-care. What do you do to take care of yourself? And the answer is always nothing. That gets put at the bottom of the list. And so our mind and our bodies are very, very connected. And so quite often, if one is not doing well, the other is not far behind, because there is such a symbiotic relationship between how we think and how we feel, and kind of how we feel physically. So this has been a really amazing kind of natural complement to the mental health work that I do, because when we don't feel good physically, that really affects us mentally. So if we feel sluggish and we feel tired and we feel low energy, we're going to be more irritable, we're going to be more agitated. Our tolerance and ability to react well to stressful situations is going to be much lower. Our ability to regulate our emotions is going to be much more limited. Maybe we tend to feel overwhelmed more easily, and we have meltdowns and this type of thing. So we can't ignore taking care of our bodies. And so this has been a great complement to this work, because the number one thing that I'll say is, okay, well, let's look at your sleep, and let's look at your nutrition, and let's look at these things. And if they're saying, I'm too tired, I'm too busy, I don't have time to meal prep, I want something easy, I don't know what to do. I've been, there's so many mixed messages out there, and I've been talking with a nutritionist, and I have thyroid issues and this, that, and the other, and I don't know what to do. There's too much conflicting information. And so in those types of situations, it's very easy for me to say, hey, take a look at this, see if it makes sense. Do you think that this might be worth giving it a try? Because at the end of the day, you can get your money back if you don't like it. And if this nutritional system that is available to you, risk-free, is going to give you that energy back, it's going to help you to sleep better, it's going to help you to lose some of that inflammation maybe that you're carrying around, it's going to make you feel like yourself again, wouldn't that be worth giving it a try? So this has been a very natural complement, because once we start feeling better in our bodies, we start feeling better about ourselves, and we stop talking so negatively about things and thinking so negatively about things. So for me, this was a very natural compliment that I could offer to not just my therapy clients, and that's not something that happens all the time, but it's certainly something that does come up. And so they will ask me. I also work a lot with eating disorders, and so people who have been battling eating disorders for many years. And so this is an amazing system for people who are struggling with binge eating and trying to put weight on because they have been struggling with under eating. And we have many cases of that in our testimonials page as well that showcase those things. But this is fantastic because it's not limiting, it's not fixated, there's no counting, there's no tracking, there's nothing to really become obsessive about. It's just, here's your stuff, this is how to use it, enjoy. And so people love the simplicity of it, and it's been helpful to keep people to stop fixating so much, people who are struggling with, caloric intake and that kind of thing. So from a professional standpoint in the work that I do, Isagenix has been a really lovely complement that has helped some of my clients to achieve success in their physical kind of recovery as well. So I came from another health and wellness company too, because again, like it's a complement, it's a team that I work with, because we can't do well in our minds if our bodies are suffering. And so the difference between the two companies though is like night and day, and a lot of us came over on this call from the same place. And so the things that I'm able to offer to people, I think, are much less limited, because this is a full nutritional program that is safe from across the lifespan, so children through to seniors, and there's something for everyone in between. And it doesn't matter what your goals are, weight loss, weight gain, tone muscle, feeling better, more energy, better sleep, whatever it is, everybody's looking for something. And giving this nutrition to your body is just the most amazing thing that I've ever experienced. I didn't think it was going to help me, and it totally did. And it got rid of my inflammation and my gastro issues. You guys have all seen my transformation pictures where the alien was like coming out of my belly, and that was like bloating. So this was just like, what a gift that I received. And so how could I not share that with other people? So balancing that in my work as like in healthcare has been a really, really easy progression. I also have many friends that are in healthcare as well. So a friend who's a nurse practitioner, we do things with people, we work with people in their health, and so they trust us, right? They trust our judgment, and if we're doing it, it must be safe, right? And of course it is. The science is there to back it up. The studies have been done, the data is in, the academic journals, peer-reviewed research, it's all published. So there is no risk. And so this is great stuff that I also like to share with people, because they want to know that it's, been studied, it's been tried and true, it is safe. And so it is so easy to just balance working this into your routine, especially if you work with people in any kind of wellness. So if you're a personal trainer, what an amazing compliment to be able to offer to your clients the best nutrition on the planet to complement the training sessions that you're doing. If you are a, fitness instructor doing classes, or like dance instructor, what an amazing thing to be able to offer people performance supplements to help them to maximize their capabilities for the training that they're working towards. If you are a nutritionist, a dietitian, if you're helping people to get on track, filling in the gaps of the nutritional deficiencies that we have from our whole foods, like so easy to help people to get back on track. So this is just an amazing complement to a wide variety of professions who are helping people to feel better. And it doesn't matter what that looks like. We've got doctors and nurses and dietitians and nutritionists and physiotherapists, and we're all in the business of wellness. And so the most important thing is feeding our body. We are what we eat. And so that it all comes back to that.
Thank you so much, Heather. That was so much good information. There's a question that is in the chat, which we'll get to at the end. So you guys put your questions in the chat and we'll go through them, and I'll let, if you'll put who you're addressing that to underneath your question, that way they can answer it towards the end. So Kate, you're gonna go next. Kate is a busy lady. She carries many hats as a mother, as a wife, as a preschool. Hold on, I'm going to unmute you. You unmuted? Oh, wait.
I think I'm good.
There you go. Okay, go. Give your title, because I don't remember all of them.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I am an instructional coach, and then I also run a cooking academy at a preschool. So alongside of that, I am a busy mom. I have 2 boys that their birthdays are actually this weekend. They're turning 3 and 5. And I have a puppy, and of course my husband. So yeah, and definitely I feel like I do wear many hats, but I love to stay busy. I think that life is more fun that way. And so that's kind of just the overview of me. I kind of wanted to just go over how this opportunity landed in my lap, why I chose to go for it, and how I make it work as a busy full-time working mom alongside another little side job as well. So I often hear that people are, too busy for this type of thing. And I think that that's just honestly, that's a mindset thing, and that's just an excuse of people that maybe aren't quite ready to go for it yet. So first of all, I also was with another company before this, and when this opportunity landed in my lap, I was not looking for anything else. I was pretty happy where I was at, but after trying the products, I completely fell in love with them, the same as Heather and everyone probably on this call. And so I decided that they were worth looking into, the company was worth looking into, and the more research I did, the more I was just blown away with what I found about the compensation plan, about the support, the leadership, and how unique I think this opportunity is compared to other ones that are out there. So I basically finally made the choice to kind of jump ship and go all in with Isagenix. And I have to say that the biggest thing that stuck out to me is that I was truly not aligned with my last company. I was with a skincare company, and to be honest, I never washed my face before I joined the skincare company. I would wash my face with a bar of soap in the shower. So that just, although I loved my team and the products were great, it just wasn't who I was at the core of myself. And I'm always preaching alignment and following your passions. And for me, I knew that I couldn't be as successful as I could here because my whole life I was a gymnast, I was a coach for sports, and this is so much more me. I mean, to the T. I've always been someone who cares about self-care, same like Heather. So this just really kind of tied it together for me, and it's something that I could stand behind wholeheartedly and feel so good about sharing it with others because it's had such an impact on my family's life as well. So then kind of going into the fact, how do I make it all work? So I'm an instructional coach, like I said, and that is a full-time job. I work with schools and I work with teachers and administration, and I kind of am the middleman. I look at data, and I'm very fact and research driven. So that's why another reason I loved Isagenix. They had so much research behind it. And sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but going back to how I make it work, I was already on Facebook anyways all the time. Like I'm sure so many people are. We're all scrolling through Facebook, you know, chatting with friends, and really it's just a mindset switch where, okay, I'm going to take that time that I was already spending, you know, randomly, mindlessly scrolling, and instead I'm going to start being purposeful with my time, and I'm going to set out little blocks. I work over my lunch break at school. I work in the car as I'm waiting to pick up my kids. It's literally these pockets of time throughout the day, and it doesn't take long to send a message to a friend or to follow up with, you know, someone that you've been talking to. So it is, I mean, you can make it work whoever you are and however busy you are. It's just that you need to decide that for yourself. It's something that you want. And I think I get the most work done after I get my kids to bed, which sometimes never happens, I feel like. But I at least try to get a good hour in. And instead of watching TV at night, I don't really watch TV anymore. I work on the business. So it's just little simple switches that you can make throughout the day to make something like this really, really powerful for you too. So yeah, that was kind of like, I don't know if there's any questions about that, but I'd be happy to chat more about like exact strategies I use and stuff like that later on. I want to give everybody a chance to talk though.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate, for sharing how you apply this in your life. Because I think it is so important that you kind of have to visualize, you know, we are all busy. We're busy in different ways. We all have such crazy different lives. It's not even funny. But to see how we each fit this in. Some of us, it's an hour. Some of us, it's 3-4 hours. You know, it just kind of depends on what the day looks like. And no day looks the same, ever looks the same. All right, Danielle, you're going to go next. Unmute you. All right, Lydia, you are good to go. So Danielle is a P90X instructor. She's a personal trainer. She's a live instructor. Like she does all these things. Like she does all of these things. So I'm really excited to hear her story and hear how she fits this in between all of that, motherhood, wife life, and all the things. She's also super funny. So stay tuned.
Okay, no pressure there. Just kidding. So yes, we're going to talk about a little bit about how Isagenix sets you up for long-term success. And yes, I have many balls in the air, wear many hats, just like all the other fantastic ladies on here. Like Katie put this whole thing together with these awesome graphics and 2 kiddos at home and busy life. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Please don't start waving your hand there. So this is multitasking, right? I'm a huge multitasker. So I am a personal trainer. I am a group fitness instructor. If you ever play that game to describe your job without actually saying what your title is, I jump around in tight pants for a living. And I'm also a fitness presenter. So that means I get to teach other instructors how to teach fitness. So I'm pretty active. So when this opportunity was presented to me, I was like, well, I don't know if I really need it. I mean, I don't really have any weight to lose. Please, I asked you please not to do that. I really don't have any weight to lose. And I'm pretty active. So I don't know, I have to eat. Isn't this like a starvation thing? Don't you guys like, you don't eat for like a day or two or something like that? And okay, you're going to have to go in the other room. You're not going to sit here and yawn and wave your arms in the way. I'm sorry. She was quiet the entire time. So anyway, so I was like, I don't know if this is really for me. And they said, well, you can make it your own. If you got to eat more, then you eat more. And the great thing that is awesome about this team is that there's so many of us. There are, like 30,000. So if I go on our our team page and I say, guys, my left eyebrow is growing and bushier than my right eyebrow. Anybody have any experience with that? I guarantee you like 10 people will be like, oh, I know what happens. You just take 2 Isoflush before bed instead of 1 and you're going to be totally fine. Like it's awesome to have that type of support. I can go to my team at any time. I just did it tonight. Hey, I have someone here who has some questions. She's a little apprehensive about her thyroid issue and this system. Can someone help me out? But I mean, 30 seconds, there was someone there. You're not floating out just to figure this out. You're not floating out into nowhere like, okay, I got to have this business plan. Maybe I need to post something funny, or maybe I need to do this. What do I post? You don't have to be this ball of nerves because you have this huge support network behind you. And if any of you watched my my Instagram stories today, I talked about being able to have access to 6- and 7-figure earners on this team like that. Like, let's talk about Jess for a second. I can message her. She will get back to me instantly. Who else in any other team? Okay, some of us came from other network marketing companies, and I'm not going to bash anybody, but I have to tell you, their 6- and 7-figure earners were untouchable. They were untouchable. You did not have access to them. They weren't sharing their secrets. You know, not that that's even really a secret. Actually, if anything, she is screaming it from the rooftops. You share, they share, repeat. It is that simple. You're not looking for anyone with a pulse. You're not looking to pull in 1,000 people. You're not looking for that one person who's just going to blow up your business. It's not like that. You are that one person. You share, they share, repeat. Katie shared it in the Facebook group here. So it's just really, really that simple. And for me, like I said, I'm really apprehensive about coming into, do I need this? Do I need this? I did well with meal prep as far as results wise, but nothing like the compliments I've been getting for the past 3 months. Nothing. Tonight, I just went to teach. 2 of the girls at work, they're like, you look really good. What are you doing different? Are you working out a lot? If anything, I've cut my class schedule back because I'm doing more personal training. So I'm actually working out less. And this fits in. So I can drink 2 shakes a day. This morning, like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, I have to be at the gym at 5:30 in the morning. Nobody's making breakfast at 5:30. Nobody. I don't care who you are. I drink a shake before I go. I use the performance line while I'm there. I drink a shake when I get home. Bam, I have 48 grams of high quality protein in my body right off the bat. I just started my day off like fantastic. Like I'm ready to rip. I'm ready to go. And even though I am a person that didn't need to lose a lot of weight, I get body scans done. If anybody wants to see them, I've been more than happy to tag you in that post. Body fat percentage going down, lean muscle going up, improve black and white. What else besides the fact that it works? How else is this going to set you up for long-term success? It's a consumable product. So 9 out of 10 people, they're not going to buy clothing every single month. They're not going to buy a piece of jewelry every single month. But you know what they buy every day? Food. Everybody eats. And I'm trying to think of that. Sorry. Okay, let me give you another example. The compensation plan. Am I going to get into all of this? Nope, no, but this is what I'm going to tell you. With my last company, in order to make the same amount of money that I made in my first week with Isagenix, I think I helped 4 people. I didn't train them. I didn't rank advance them. I just, boop, here's your system. That's what I did. My other company said 4 people versus I would have had to help at least 10 people. 10 people in 1 week. Can you imagine trying to talk to 10 people? And then, you have this house of cards, right? Okay, I'm going to put this one there, right? And then, okay, this one, I need to get this one to a certain rank so I can get here. It's not like that. It's none of that. And like my last company, all my people were in it for the discount. They weren't business builders. They were my friends. And they were just like, I'm just going to do it. So where they stopped is where I stopped. And this is not the case here. You don't stop unless you stop. It's not based on what other people are doing. You don't have to listen to a ton of trainings. You don't have to come up with some sort of business plan. They actually give you all these things to share, like videos. So you don't have to, like, we call it show up and throw up. When someone says, hey, what are you doing? You're like, okay, I'm doing this plan. And then I get up and I eat this and I drink this and you're trying to explain it. And they're like, okay, see you later, bye. You don't have to do that. You can look through the video catalog and be like, okay, this person kind of reminds me of this. I'm going to send them this. And it's like a quick 2-minute clip. It's perfect. So, sorry, I get really excited. But that is how I got started. I was a skeptic, just like the rest of them. I need something quick. Meal prep, I can't. I was like, either I was eating, I was doing dishes, or I was making food. And I didn't have time for it. And I actually feel better now and look better now doing this system versus doing the constant meal prep. And that's my story.
Thank you so much. I love how animated you are. It's so funny. You're like, that looks great. Thank you. That was such good information for those of you that are kind of wondering like what it's like. If you're with something different, if you've looked into something different, talk to one of these ladies, because all of us pretty much have experience in coming from a different company. We have a plethora of people on our team that came from other companies, some still with other companies. I'm telling you, we have the best team, the best support system, the most wide variety of what our occupations are outside of Isagenix. And it's beautiful because we collaborate together. It's a level playing field. Anyone can surpass anyone, but everyone works together and our success helps each other. I know that sounds crazy because you don't hear that a lot, but we cheer each other on because we are genuinely excited to see the other person succeed. Now I'm going to beat all of you out on the Cayman Strip because I'm going, but we want to see other people succeed. It's like the best part of our job. It's the best part of what we get to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. I love shouting people out. It's my favorite. I love rewarding people for their hard work because it's such a gift. This is just like a very generous company. And when you're a part of something that blesses you with generosity, it's just natural to turn around and bless other people with that. So last, Mary's going to hop on. She's going to share a little bit about her story, a little bit about how she came to be, and then we're going to wrap it up. We have a quick 10 minutes left, and we're going to answer your questions. I know there was one specifically in here, but I'll come back to it at the end, and then we'll share a little bit about the promotion, and then back in the group, I will also share about the promotion. So Mary, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to be really, really quick so we have time for questions and whatnot. But basically, I found Isagenix. I was a personal trainer beforehand and became a stay-at-home mom. And there was one day I wanted to buy something off of Amazon, and I did not have enough money in my account. It was like $30, and I did not have enough money in my account, and I started freaking out. And I didn't want to leave my son to return back to work, put him in daycare. Just at 6 weeks postpartum, you're just not ready for that. You're not ready for that. So I didn't want to do that. And Katie, I knew Katie when she was with a different company. And then when she switched, I was like, okay, that seems like something I can align myself with. And so I started doing the research and started really looking into the products, really looking into the compensation plan, and thought I could do this. I can do it. And so I jumped in. Haven't looked back since. And I'm a stay-at-home mom and a military wife, so we move around a lot, and my husband is gone a lot. And so my work days are basically nap time, and then when my husband gets home, or after Aiden goes to sleep, after my son goes to sleep. So 4 hours max, and that is including everything, like the planning and the calls and the Instagram design, all that kind of stuff. And if I have to really, really compress it, then it's an hour. And that hour is just super, super, talking to people, messaging people. It's super concentrated, but it's doable. It's totally doable in the pockets of your day. So that's my quick and dirty story. I love all the little nuggets that everyone has dropped. Heather talked about eating disorders. I struggled with that too. And so when I found Isagenix, that was a godsend for me. So yeah, the support with our team is just amazing. It's amazing. And it's not even just within our team. We can go to other teams and they're going to support us. We can go to other top leaders from other teams and they're going to be like, yeah, how can I help you out? It's just amazing. It's mind blowing, but want to have time for questions. So that's my quick and dirty story.
Well, thank you, Mary. That was fabulous. Does anyone have questions? So there's a question in the chat by MacBook Admin. We need to know your name so you can be entered in the drawing. But what about breast cancer and thyroid disease? So first, I need to make the disclaimer that Isagenix does not claim to treat or to cure any diseases We believe that our products are amazing and that they do things. I struggle from rheumatoid arthritis, IBS, and endometriosis. And in the 9 months that I have been using the products, obviously now pregnant, I have noticed an incredible change in my inflammation to the fact that I haven't had a flare-up. I had one this past week that is weather related because we are living in negative 33-degree temperatures. But yeah, it's ridiculous. But nutrition-wise, I have not had a flare-up. During my pregnancy, I've gained a healthy 2 pounds at 17 weeks. In previous pregnancies, by this point, I was almost close to 35 pounds, which is crazy. My inflammation from the stomach issues, it's not a problem. And so, again, we don't claim to cure it. But hi, Stephanie. It has been monumental for those of us that have struggled with issues of inflammation. And we can share specific articles about the ingredients that have helped with inflammation. There is specific articles linked to thyroid, people with thyroid issues and how it helps. So we would be happy to share any of those things with you. Do you have any like specific questions? Do you want to come off mute? Anybody else have specific questions that we can answer? Anybody? Okay. Let's see. Breast cancer stage 2.
He's asking about breast cancer because of chemotherapy. You know, the shakes are dense superfood shakes. So they don't have anything in them that would mess with medicine or mess with the chemo. It is just like having 60 salads in one shake. So you have all those nutrients. So if that's what you're asking about that, the shakes wouldn't be an issue, but we can definitely find you some articles related to it.
Stephanie, I'd also be happy to connect you with one of my clients right now. Her husband is a cancer survivor. He had throat and lung cancer, and he actually went back for his 1-year scans this week, completely cancer-free. And she said that he's been using this. They've only been on the system for less than a month, but he is already feeling incredible. She said he just felt like he needed detox from chemo and radiation, and he just was feeling super sluggish, super tired. So he's been using the system with the cleanse to help rid himself of some of that inflammation and just pour those solid nutrients back into his body. Go ahead, Heather.
And, yeah, a couple of posts I tagged you and Stephanie in our testimonials page directly related to people who share their stories who are battling cancer and recovering from cancer. And so exactly what Katie was saying is that this system is not medical in any way. It's all natural. It's superfood. It's holistic. And so it's not going to be interfering with the prescription medications or treatments for cancer or anything like that. Basically is, you know, we get so depleted when we go through things like chemo and radiation, and it's because it's poisoning our body, of course, and we need to, because what's the alternative? But filling our bodies back up with those nutrients that we are massively deficient in after going through something so sinister with our bodies as chemotherapy is really a game changer for many people, and it helps to enhance their recoveries, people have reported. So that is something we can absolutely, if you take a look at the posts that I tagged you in, I can drop those into a message with you too. And another client of mine, actually she's a friend, she's a psychologist in Alberta. She's actually got thyroid disease too, and she's been using the system for 5 months, and she absolutely loves it. And so she's had no issues with it at all. And we've shared the information with her doctors too.
And that's the beauty of our team. There's connections literally everywhere from people from all different walks of life. So we will get you hooked up with some answers, people that you can connect with, ask questions to specifically who have used the system and have had great results. Does anybody have any other questions? I am going to take this recording. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. I'm going to share it in the group. I'm going to leave us a little bit of time, but I'm going to share about one of the promotions that we have going on this weekend. It's free membership and 10% off your package. So this is saving anywhere from $65 to like $87 on our packages, which is amazing. This like never happens. Usually it's one or the other, but it's never both. So this is the time to ask your questions, ask all the things that you need to know, get connected with people, hear other people's stories. If someone doesn't connect you to someone else, say, hey, if you got anybody else I can talk to, I can ask questions to, because we love questions. And our people, our team loves sharing their stories. It's one of the coolest parts about this. Get out here. Promotion ends on the 11th. And then we are, if you decide to join on for the business, we are working for some incredible promotions right now. Couple grand, like $4,000 up for grabs, just by grabbing a couple of friends and getting started. And I mean, literally just grabbing a couple of friends, having them grab a couple of friends and just running for it. Trying the system out together. It's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't love it at the end of your 30 days, get your money back. And it's as simple as that. Take a toddler too. I'll throw her in for free. And what we are working towards right now, serving people, is the opportunity to be treated by us at Gen X to a trip to the Grand Caymans in October. And it's exciting. It's fun. We're all working together. And out of the 125 people that get to go, our team has 15 people in that 125, which is super cool. And all that means is we're serving people and we're helping people find success with the products. We're helping people love their results, love their transformations, and share that with other people. So it's as simple as eat it, love it, share it. We want to thank you so much for your time. We know how valuable it is. And drop your questions in the event. I'll have this uploaded in about 10 minutes, and I'll share their promotion in there. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for getting on, and we will catch up with you soon.